Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? My, oh my, oh my. We've got Debbie Webb in here this morning, Star Z. Gosh, you find people, Mickey D. And let's see, Betsy Weingartner. How you doing? Ingrid Medlock, good to see you. Good morning from Arizona. Jack Buck, good to see you. And if I forget, oh, wait. White Rabbit Ann also randomly wake up at 3 a.m. Now I have a good reason. Good morning, White Rabbit Ann. Wonderful that you could make it in. Oh, yes. We have some crazy stuff this morning. Oh, man. And this came out yesterday, and I forgot to look at it. There was so many other things going on. And then, of course, last night I started something new that I'm going to be covering. And I've got some other crazy stuff happening this morning that I'm going to be talking about. Things that I found out overnight. And I'm just like, I've got it. There's not enough time. There's just not enough time. I would be like a 24/7 news channel if I could do it. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, Star Z. Yes, I went and got my hair cut yesterday. Got my ears lowered. I was starting to get a little bit scruffy, just a tad bit scruffy. Yeah, my wife, she says she likes it better whenever I'm clean shaven. I like it better whenever I'm clean shaven too, but the beard covers up the scars. If you know, you know. Oh my God. Let's see what we got here. Former aide to 2 New York governors is charged with being an agent of the Chinese government. Oh, the hell. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. Yeah, so former aide to 2 New York governors was charged Tuesday with acting as an illegal agent of the Chinese government who used her state positions to subtly advance Beijing's agenda in exchange for financial benefits worth millions of dollars. Wow. Now, doesn't it seem a little strange because we start taking this back? This was, you think, this is, no biggie. And of course, the AP, they buried it way back underneath, but eventually they have to report on it, but they're not telling you the story. Linda Sun, who held numerous posts in New York state government. So not just for 2 governors, but held multiple positions. Deputy Chief of Staff for Kathy Hochul. I guess that's correct. I can't pronounce her name right. Might be right. And Deputy Diversity Officer for Governor Andrew Cuomo. Diversity Officer? Hey, Shadow Grey Wolf, how you doing? Glad you could make it in. Well, she was arrested Tuesday morning along with her husband, Chris Yu. Now, is that weird? Is that how the Chinese do it? Where your name is Sun and your husband's name is Yu? At their $4 million home on Long Island. Like, what in the hell? They've got a $4 million home on Long Island. They're Chinese agents. What is going on? Federal prosecutors said Sun, at the request of Chinese officials, blocked representatives of the Taiwanese government from having access to the governor's office and shaped New York governmental messaging to align with the priorities of the Chinese government, among other things. Oh my God. In return, her husband got to help his business activities in China. A financial boost that prosecutors said allowed the couple to buy their multi-million-dollar property in Manhasset, New York, condominium in Hawaii for $1.9 million, luxury cars, including a 2024 Ferrari. Sun also received smaller gifts, sort of like Puma. The indictments, including tickets to performances by visiting Chinese orchestra and ballet groups, and Nanjing-style salted ducks that were prepared by the personal chef of a Chinese government official and delivered to Sun's parents' home in New York. If true, the allegations show that Chinese authorities were able to gain influence to the highest levels of state government in New York for nearly a decade. Okay? So that means that they had access to some of the highest levels in New York since before Trump became president. How do you think that affected New York and its policies? Really? 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 Oh yeah, Fang Fang had Fang Fang. He's still on the uh Foreign Relations Committee, and I mean, yeah, he's got like high level security clearances. Still. As alleged, while appearing to serve people of New York, Deputy Chief of Staff within the New York State Executive Chamber, the defendant and her husband actually worked to further the interests of the Chinese government and the CCP, United States Attorney Brian Price said, using the acronym for Chinese Communist Party. The illicit scheme enriched the defendant's family to the tune of millions of dollars. Sun and Hugh's son, pleaded not guilty during an initial court appearance on Tuesday afternoon in Brooklyn, will be released on bond. Really? And you don't see that these people are a flight risk. You don't see that these people might be a flight risk? Huh. Oh, okay. Sun has been barred from having any contact with the CCP, consulate, and mission. Her defense lawyer, Jared Schaefer, said, "We're looking forward to addressing these charges in court. Our client is understandably upset that these charges have been brought." Well, yeah. Good morning, Wicked Psyched. How are you doing? Not Sean Bird. Yo, what's up? My God. Her defense lawyer, Jared Schaefer, said, "We're looking forward to addressing these charges in court." Yeah. The case is part of a broader Justice Department effort to root out secret agents for the Chinese government. It's a secret effort. Well, you sort of screwed that one up. Asian man, secret Asian. Federal authorities have charged Chinese nationals not only with covertly advancing Beijing's interests, but also with harassing and intimidating dissidents on the government's behalf, which would mean if they're part of the diversity hires that are being brought in, makes you wonder what about a diversity hire we have that's running for the White House? Curious thought there, right? Isn't it? Last year, the Justice Department charged a pair of men with establishing a secret police station in New York City while acting under the direction and control of the Chinese government. Yes, because they were spying on people that have fled China, and they had police that were rounding them up and hauling them back to China. China. Son, a naturalized U.S. citizen born in China, worked in state government for about 15 years. 15 years. This is long before Trump got in there. This is long before well, this is about the same time that Obama would have become running his second term. And they didn't suspect anything. Holding jobs in Cuomo's administration, eventually becoming Hochul's deputy chief of staff, according to her LinkedIn profile. In November 2022, Sun took a new job at a New York Department of Labor as deputy commissioner for strategic business development. But she left that job months later in March of 2023, the profile said. Wonder why. In a statement, a spokesperson for Hochul's office said the administration fired Sun after discovering evidence of misconduct. What evidence do you think they found of misconduct? This individual was hired by the executive chamber more than a decade ago. We have terminated her employment in March of 2023 after discovering evidence of misconduct, immediately reported her actions to law enforcement and have assisted law enforcement throughout this process. The statement reads, but that's all they say. China owns TikTok. They flood our children with uselessness. We are being fattened for the laughter that begins with an S, if you get what I'm saying. I also outlined the series of exchanges the Sun had with officials in the Chinese consulate in New York in January of 2021 when Kumover was still governor and Hochul was the lieutenant governor. Neither leaders named in the document, but are instead referred to as Politician 1 and Politician 2. So who do you think is number 1? Who do you think is number 2? Just a thought. After Chinese officials requested a Lunar New Year video from the governor, Sun said Hochul could probably do it and asked for talking points of things you want her to mention, mostly holiday wishes and hope for friendship and cooperation. Nothing too political, an official told her, according to the indictment. Sun later told different officials that she had argued with Hochul's speechwriter over the draft because the speechwriter insisted on mentioning the Uyghur situation in China. She promised she wouldn't let that happen, and the final speech did not mention the Muslim ethnic minority, according to the indictment. So they were already trying to influence their speech writing. Why do you think? I'm just curious. I mean, you may, it seems really odd, but you look at it, and why is the AP all of a sudden made this switch over to not talking about illegal immigrants, where it became migrants or migrants without authorization to be here according to the law? I mean, why have this mouthful of gibberish to put in there? Unless maybe AP has been compromised. What do you think? Sun's alleged activities in New York paved the way for lucrative business deals for you, or maybe it's you, in China. Prosecutors said, according to discussion about venture to export frozen seafood to China. You then attempted to conceal the earnings through various methods in the U.S. indictment. At the arraignment, Assistant U.S. Attorney Alexander Solomon said that there was a multitude of shell and business entities, and this is no ordinary fraud. I think it's pronounced Uyghurs. Uyghurs. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Don't ever trust anything I say. I'm just an idiot. I just read what I see. Man, if it says Uyghur, Wager, I don't know. Thank you, American Dreamer. At the arraignment, Assistant U.S. Attorney Alexander saw that there was a multitude of shells and business entities. FBI searched the couple's multi-million-dollar home in Manhasset in late July, but declined to release the details at that time. Sun is charged with violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act, money laundering, and helping people commit visa fraud and enter the U.S. illegally. He was charged with money laundering, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, misuse of means of identification. Neither has been charged with espionage. Well, don't think let's see if it's FBI, and it looks like these are U.S. Attorney. Are these federal? We'll see. Cuomo, whatever. Spokesperson Rich Sardine, I don't know, played Sun's reach the former government's administration, saying she worked in a handful of agencies and was one of many community liaisons who had no interaction with the government. Sun and Hugh lived in a gated community on Long Island called Stone Hill. The couple purchased the house in 2021, but placed it in a trust earlier this year. Records show. So, if they place the house in a trust, it makes it more difficult for the government to get to it, which basically means they can live there, but they don't really own it. Oh, good morning, Tom Gillis. How are you doing? Oh boy, we've got some interesting stuff going on today. And it's not all about election. We got stuff that's been quieted for years that we're going to talk about today. Good stuff. I need to get some more coffee. I'm looking to see if there's anything else on here. Anything more on this particular story? Nothing there. See if there's anything new that I can get out of this. Oh my. No, I can't talk about that yet. I've got this stuff sort of lined up for you guys because it's leading to something. It is. Oh boy, it is definitely leading to something. We got some idiots out there in the world. Some real idiots. A swimmer known as the Shark is trying to cross Lake Michigan. How is this interesting? An ultra swimmer, I mean, either you're a swimmer or you're not, is trying to cross Lake Michigan. From Michigan to Wisconsin just a few weeks after trouble with a GPS device forced him to give up after 60 miles. He set out after 6 p.m. Monday in Grand Haven. He said the journey to Milwaukee could cover at least 80 miles in the water and last 72 hours or more without sleep. I mean, what kind of crazy crap are you doing? What kind of crazy crap do you want to do that you want to go swimming that distance for that long without any sleep? Sorry for the last minute notice, but chaos is often part of this open water swimming game. Also posted, "Here I go again." A 1987 power ballad video by a white snake. His progress could be tracked online. Dryer. What a name for a swimmer, Dryer. I mean, might as well just call yourself like electrical appliance thrown into water. Cross Lake Michigan in 1998. Started in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and finished in Ludington, Michigan. But 3 attempts to do it have again been unsuccessful since 2023. As his last effort began on August 8th, the next day he began to get fresh AA batteries to keep it. All he had to do was just plug himself in. That's all I'm saying. Dryer said he somehow lost the bag in the lake. He had only a compass and nature to help him try to keep moving west, but Dryer ended up swimming north instead, burning precious time and adding more miles as risky weather approached. Support crew pulled him out of Lake Michigan on August 8th. What a blow, Dryer said. I can't make this shit up. Oh, God. Oh, his name is Blow. What a blow, Dryer said. Oh, my God. Your local AM radio station reported that last caravan headed to the border is funded by Taxpayers USA. The buses, military escorts, and the meals about 7 to 10 day bus trip. I know. Doesn't that make you feel good? Oh my God. What a blow, Dryer. Oh God, the humor. Oh my God. I am so surprised that they even allowed that thing to happen. That's so crazy. What a blow, Dryer. Oh man, oh man. Is it? Oh, cool. I've got time. I need to go get some more coffee and wake up. It's gonna get a little darker. So I had to get some of the lightheartedness out of the way. We do have something for you. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee. Should be back in less than a couple of minutes.
Shores, get a tan, Rambo the orangutan. Driving a golf cart, oh man, Rambo is half crazy, yes he can. Well, that SOB's a sight to effing see. Oh, Rambo's rolling, half the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having an effing blast. rolling, rolling, rolling. As the sun, he's free at last. While Shizzy has his coffee, these two are having an effing blast. Shizzy on the dunes, coffee in hand. Rambo is a loon, and Shizzy is, well, that is too dirty to say here. Shizzy on the dunes, coffee in hand. Rambo is a loon, and Shizzy is a, that is too dirty to say here, Whoa!
Right, back we are. I know I cut a little bit short because the next story I'm going to be talking about is pretty dark. So I'm not sure how you guys are going to take this. I'm not sure how the interwebs is going to take this, or YouTube itself. There's a reason I stopped monetizing my streams in the morning, so I could have time to go in and make the corrections I needed to with this. Ooh. But like I said, this next thing is going to be quite a bit darker. I saw this. Well, I don't know, because I haven't read through it yet. It is going to be something that will scare, worry you. It was brought to you not by me. Somebody else sent this to me. It's 45 pages of cringe. If you can handle 45 pages of cringe. Good morning, White Rabbit Inn. God, great! This song will be in your head all day. Excellent. I have new ones that I can get in your head. Those are one too. Let me see if I can bring this thing up to the screen. This right here, brought to you by the Tennessee Star. If you don't know what this is, this here is the manifesto, yes, of the Tennessee Pure. Yeah. And it is filled with things like this. It just says, darkness, tap, ban, everything hurts. Why does brain not work right? Because I was born wrong. Nothing on earth can save me. Never ending pain. Religion won't save me. This right here is why they didn't want it to be released out into the public. Yeah, they finally released it after how many years? Been what, 3.5, 4 years now? 5 years? Oh, wow. Yeah. Says I feel like shit because I missed the gym on Saturday again. It's all lies. Scammers, stay the fuck away from all of them. Pieces of shit. Clever, craftily. Here I am my own stupid way within lives. Emotional screwed money is till why it's stolen, not earned. Waste your time, liars. Red flag shites. If it's good to perceive it, scumbags make transitions complicated. Copy, paste, mail confirmations, marathon, 2-ship with transfers, asking for monies, refunds. If I pay you 100 negotiation, using different profile picture than pictures of socials, each step the process of more from you, spreading lies, email addresses, then have measure and give them wanly fake checks in the wrong company, have fake emails confirming you applied and have an interview, but no number of the company to call. It seems like they're having an episode, like a serious manic episode. Like, why are they being all upset over the internet? They're freaking out over the internet. Maybe because they were lied to. Was it 1.5 years ago? I mean, it just seems like forever that they're finally releasing this. I thought this was longer than a year and a half ago. I thought this happened much longer. Jeez. Hide this thing as much as you possibly can. I just want your love. I am sad all day. That means I need you. Too many tears. I hurt too bad. Too bad. I want the aid. I want the AIDS. They want that. They want to get AIDS? Oh my God. High school, cause I need your love. This is just a person that's hating life. The internet is dangerous. People scam all for money. Money is filthy. Find penance is impossible. My audition. People pretend they like me. They block, delete, evade me. But scammers, effers would copy, paste me like they do just about everything. I heard about in every possible of a mental condition from anything possible. Like they're having a manic episode. As you're reading this, you're finding out that somebody's having an episode. And if somebody is having an episode, is that what you want to do? Is to physically alter them? I don't think that's the thing. Asylums can be just as bad as it is everywhere else. It would people be able to not be in asylums if parents were more involved with their children and not coddling them and lying to them and giving them bad? I don't know. This love, no brown girls, no love. I am nothing. Brown is the most beautiful kind. This love will never do. I love for you will never end until I am up in heaven when hurt is no more and I can love you and be in no more pain. This is a person that is clearly in pain. Change their name to Aiden. Audrey is not my name, but when you say it, I am just as the little, I think it says cock, but it says one I was back then. I can be a kid again with you alongside you, even if I can't really be with you, Aiden. Seems like they're chilling out here a little bit. The loudest spirit is to hear the most. And it looks like they're just these almost look like love letters to this person. Definitely psychotic, schizophrenia, or manic. Yeah. I mean, lots of pictures of broken hearts. Bod is love, so are you. I is almost, but almost all of you is real. I took all of them and missed 99%. Freelance failure shit. They've got an issue with failure. I don't think this person is taking failure too well. Like the smallest amount of loss or something that isn't going right in your life, and they're flipping their shit. And this isn't something that happens overnight. Damn typos. Good morning. Marked to free today from Home Depot. Oh, nice. Marked free today from Home Depot delivery. My order to the correct address. Nice. Oh, parents don't need to involve kids in grown-up problems. Don't overload your kids. Or give them guidance. You don't have to give them the whole story, but maybe help them. Oh my God. The institution they shut down, the 80s needed to be shut down. Absolutely. I agree with you, Wicked Psyched. The lack of mental health care facilities related trouble now is from that for closing Obamacare. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Longing. The vibrant show was one of your best I've ever seen because if you were there, then we got to see you at your best. It seems like this is, and you can tell by the pictures that this is much more cognizant of what's going on. And it seems like they're coming down from their issue because, you look at this and it's like double spaces and big X's across here, broken hearts and scratches and scrawls. And you get to the next one and it's just like this thing is written out, and then you'll have broken hearts next to it. Like they came back at a later time and drew some of this stuff in. Mm. Love cannot be real if my autism is. And see, this is also, this is a bad part of misdiagnosis by medical professionals. Oh, you must have autism or you have ADHD. Let's put you on these meds. This is the Tennessee Trans Am that went and shot up the school. That's who wrote this. Nothing that I've read so far would be anything that couldn't easily be released. I don't see them talking about doing injury to anybody. It seems to me like this person is having a hard time dealing with being a just being manic. You see different parts of it written in different spots. The line spacing, things written sideways, things added to it at later times. You can tell because the ink is different in different places. You will always find your way to be happy despite darkness and pain. You deserve to be happy and have the heart repel darkness. Can't be happy. I don't be happy. I can't be happy. I am meant to die. I mean, that's the kinds of things that I'm seeing in here. Just the amount of, in my departures, you'll be just fine without me, gone forever, Aiden. Love cannot be real if my autism is. Love cannot exist or fails to be in this realm. Too bad I was loved by your heart too short in time and I felt like a dream. If there is no love, there is no life, and no life is feeling is dead, only natural wanting to die. This is somebody that's looking to hurt themselves. I don't see a Trans Am in Tennessee. You saw a Cybertruck. Oh, you haven't seen a Trans Am in Tennessee? Wow. Baker, that's because we kept you in the safe places. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that the bird. All I see is you, my thoughts. My heart is yours. Everything of me will be gone only if you remember me, Aiden. Age. That's the heart of their desire, with lots of hearts. No broken hearts, as you see, just big hearts. I hear for you, Pap, and then all of a sudden it's just a big broken heart coming out of this, and I in your darkest moments, in all your tears, rain and all the war against you. And it looks like they scrawled out part of this just out of like frustration. Love will find me once my body loses me. I will see the whole again. I will be a perfect world. Our hearts will truly be together again. And you can see that the it's more thoughtful on these parts right here. Wow. Can't say imagine time. Soon I'll be a better place, Hayden. All the all the water pure and sacred to exactly the place in your heart that would never be taken. I want it. I love you. 2/3/2023. Your body talks to me. My mind tells me I should die. This is a person that's just, because she wanted other people to hurt. That's why. The anger is to no, this person is not alive. This person went into a school deleted, what was it, 3, 4, 5 children. Went up to get into another firing position, was shooting at the popo, and the popo came in, dispatched over. This was a young lady that, no, actually, I think the young lady dispatched of herself. No, they dispatched of her. I want to make sure my story's right on this. A young lady that thought she was a young man and was going through the process of changing that up. And just think, there's other people out here like this that are very confused, don't know which way is up, and clearly have mental issues. But yet, in our society for the past, 10, 15 years, become more and more prevalent that they're being told, no, that's okay. We associate with your identity, your identity, your identity, your identity, identity. 1/16/2023. So they wrote something. I'm not sure if this is working its way backwards, but this was 2/3/2023. And then this is 1/16/2023. So it seems like once a month they're having some sort of manic depression here. I'm so sorry, Nikki. I didn't mean you any harm. In my message on the 17th, I'm going to be in terrible shit for leaving here, and my heart hurts. Tomorrow is my last day on Earth. I'm so sorry, Aiden. P.S. I'm not leaving, not yet. I wouldn't do it. I don't know when your day. I'll wait as planned. 1/17/2023, and then put in their psych. I got scammed again. I broke my figurine. On the Bert was because I can't stop feeling sad, angry, so sad. How much too long I hate to leave my animals, my art, my possessions, the only real things to me in this world, and my love. I've been anxious all last week, all today. When I'm told I am bipolar by fair, prideful bitch, kitchen, maybe. No one gets me. Everyone, the mission strands autism, typical. I had my favorite meal, chicken nuggets, fries, 1-800. Oh, they called. I listened to 1-800-273 some number 5 times. I want to die, but I hate to leave what I have with them. That I want to be free, a whole lot better place than this. I'm not a, what is it? I'm not a R yet. What? I'm an bipolar emo. Oh, I'm not emo or bipolar yet. A bundle of sticks with no lover. I'm scared. How will it all turn out when it's over? I gone and better place. I can't wait. My faith is weak. God forgive me. Oh. In Denmark, they switched. Now they focus on therapy instead of affirming care, because it's something like 78% autistic kids who seek change because they can't understand the world. But is it a misdiagnosis? Is it because they're autistic, or is it because of other things? See, I don't know. I'm no healthcare expert. I'm no expert at anything. And it says, looks like she's talking about brown girls have the greatest skin, especially hers. Paige, I'm going to delete people someday. Please don't be mad. I'm going to do something tomorrow, sometime. It's too sad to even think what you are right. Feel I'm sorry. I love you, Aiden. I just have to pee. Oh, I thought I said I just have to pee. I was like, huh? I just have to die. I think God will enter me in heaven. If I don't get there, I'll be waiting for you. All of our pain will leave us. Jesus. The hairstyle, short and natural, was so similar to the family middle school to, I mean, this is another manic episode right here. It's just like 2023, just going off. Having a father is this life. Oh, having a father in this life is gay. No actual job, no actual responsibility, probably dad, bundle of sticks. Everything seems so sad. I'm sad about everything. I want to say goodbye. I was too sudden. I'm unstable. I have to feel numb in days coming. I could leave my animals, just couldn't do it. So they're planning this multiple times. 1/17/2023. Like all over the place. Home life is good for the most part. Okay. My room is safe. My possessions are real. My animals, my art, and so is your love. All that I have. Certain exceptions, so life can be all good. If I am animal all my days, so much better than things. Old surface, bed times, new and old surface, time after time. Taste your love, and just goes on. I mean, it seems like more clarity, like on 217. They're having an episode, and then on 117, they're just having like another episode. It's all shining outside, but my heart is black. I pay my rent or bills, still live with my parents. Might as well throw me in a retard name. Okay. That was 125/23. Oh no. It says autism does not look like I am no expert, but I know what an expert. I know what he's an expert in. I just think he made up the expert title like Dr. Biden. It's because they don't feel like they fit in, so they think a switch may make them fit in. The social skills be part of the group don't work on most of them. I can see that. Hey, White Rabbit Hand. So just like this to go to the that a parent with a child with his lacking, it's not always the parent's fault or a misdiagnosis. Sometimes they're a good parent, the DX is right, but the meds don't work. Yeah, that could be. It says can't butt sex a beautiful young brown girl with big ass and small a-hole. If I had a penis, I would be big, rock hard. Too bad I am a sad boy born with a uni vagina. Everything hurts. Oof. Thinking about doing like anal with he's an expert in deleted by YouTube. That does happen. Sydney is gone, but my fucking dad is still alive. It should be the other way around. She's got issues with her dad. I think of death a lot because of you. Tells me it gets better. Old man, you're full of shit. You don't know. You don't feel so good every damn day. Bundle of sticks, fuck. Aggression. You asshole. Burden. Waste. Everything good contradicts you. Terrible feeling to know I am nothing of the gender I was been. Okay, I am most unhappy boy alive. I wish to be gone by 2/6/2023. Man, just the rambling, and it's starting to build again. I will be of no use of love. I will be of no use of love for any girl. I don't have what they need. Boy's body, male gender. Yeah, this is some very confused individual. Dang, YouTube censor. We'll ask him next time doing Dollywooding. The saddest part will be leaving everything I love behind. That see, this is the wrong outlook to have. You should be looking at all of the things that you will have if you stick around, and sticking around and figuring out how to, I don't know, not be so disturbed, get some help, mental help, because there is clearly something wrong here. If only somebody could have helped this poor child. Creativity, marriage, and nature, they're all real. The only thing's real in this life is that it's a lie, but also include real one. Everything hurts. Because this person is clearly in pain. Clearly in pain. And here it is, 7/3/2023. They've go into like much more of a manic rambling and scratching and scrawling, and it's starting to build again. I need my brain for creativity and to live, but this is passions I need to brain to survive. It functions different sawbuds that man sets near path of magical maids of others. My brain makes all smart, brilliant, imaginative creativity, but all the white makes me suffering every day. Why did God make me this way? I feel wrong. I was born wrong. I'm told that I haven't the wrong perspective or think wrong ideas about my reality. I can't be constant with anything. I left school. And Sanaya Sayeda, and all my efforts and feeling meaningless because I don't work enough, I don't make enough, I don't do enough, I can't sleep right, I can't fight. My brain haunts me. My thoughts are ever ending as always, a dark one. I'm not eating 3 meals a day like I'm supposed to, not on the job search like I'm supposed to. I've been doing well with my preparation of myself to die. I want to die. This is so difficult for me to accept. People have trouble accepting me in their lives because I'm difficult to understand. I'm just too different. I have something. I love Nikki, and she said I have to share everything, and she doesn't isolate me. She keeps me. The closest thing to me was Sid, and Sid understands me what no one else did, or could she conform me? I can't read half of this stuff because it just goes. I mean, I might be able to rubber room and everyone is safe. You have time to really figure out what is going on. Well, I don't know if that would have set her over the edge. It's just that someone felt appreciated because people love me. So not just use me and choose to ignore my rarity. If they ever want to see it, I have more friends, but I don't. I'm 27. My youth is testing in the abyss. I want to be at rest with it. With all my dreams cannot be here. I must die. I feel too bad. It hurts so much. Dad, all the time, either I would have too much. I mean, this is someone that's just having a serious manic episode, and nobody is picking up on it. It sounds like people are picking up. People are seeing what's going on, and they're trying to bring this to them. They're trying to bring attention to it, but this is a person that's going to fight it. F that word, groomed. Oh, you're back again. This is becoming silly. You're about to find out really silly. Hey, Volstorm. I know you're there. We're about to give somebody a little bit of time out here. Yeah. You're about to find out really quick. I gave you a chance to behave. And I guess you didn't take to heart what I said yesterday there, Aesop's fables. Right? Well, guess what? You're about to find out really quick. Mm-hmm. And I am going to. There you go. Have a wonderful day. I got you taken care of. Have a wonderful one. You're good. we got it handled. Oh boy. Some people never learn. I don't care if I die tomorrow. F my existence, everyone. No, anyone. Know if people are as I am the shooter because I'm going to die too. I feel to. Yeah, this is more rambling. It goes on. And if they tried to call this a manifesto, it's not. It seems like somebody that is unhappy with their body, the skin that they were born in, and it just seems like they have a death wish. In my opinion, crossed the road to mania into schizophrenia when she harmed the little children. Yeah. Yeah. You don't care if, I mean, it's just saying society plus politics are scum of this world that nature should wipe clean. I mean, it's just, they've got so much passion, but yet, they're not feeling welcome and successful. Well, welcome to life. Welcome to life. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to achieve anything. And you will amount to absolutely nothing if you don't try. If you don't try to achieve something, that's where you'll be. If you don't try, if you put yourself down, if you cut yourself short, you will you will set your own goal. You will be exactly what you intend to be. You can become successful. Sweating the small stuff, I'm telling you, is not worth it. And all of this is just small stuff. All of it is small stuff. I mean, I don't know who I could tell that to. I mean, yes, you, Chad. You're the only ones who really care about me. Right. No, find meaning in your life. This person is looking for everyone else to find meaning, to understand them through everybody else. Understand yourself. Once you understand yourself, the rest of it just falls away. It doesn't really matter. This person is just wishing death on themselves. And they're in serious pain. Says that they're bundle of sticks, mentally ill, abnormal, Crohn's disease, health problems, cranky all the effing time. So it sounds like this person may have had Crohn's disease too. That would explain the pain. It seems like nature is racism, gay killings, poverty, and asylums. That's what they're talking about. Constriction. And then they have reconstitution, change. They want civil rights, the alphabet rights, food, books, Disabilities Act, safe sex, AIDS, Medicare, gun violence, gun laws, pollution, politics, death, life. Oh, So they're saying nature's racism, gay kill. This is why the news media doesn't help people out, because they confuse. That is the goal. Confuse your children, confuse them so they don't have any sense of what's up or what's down. Because the news media is telling them this lie. You got politicians telling them the same lie. And then you got somebody that comes wrong and says, no, that's not true. That's not true. And it confuses. But that's what they want. They believe that open-minded is what makes things go. Because well, if you don't agree with me, then you must be closed-minded. You're a closed-minded individual. Let me just open up your mind. Oh. Once you get someone out of psychosis, then you can work on therapy. But if the brain is malfunctioning, you can't talk sense to them. Yeah. This person was on some sort of treatment, but they weren't being, I don't think they were being treated for what they needed to be treated for. From what I understand, they had Crohn's disease, maybe, possibly. Could have been made up. It could have been something in their head. Here's the thing. When somebody, okay, I want to close this because I'll come back to that later. It's just it's too much for the morning. When trying to think of a good way to put this. Whenever you've got somebody that is talking about dismembering themselves, there's mental issues there. Whenever they're talking about removing body parts or adding body parts on, there's something that's telling them that they need to do this. Whenever you've got movie stars, actors, actresses saying that it's okay to love your body because of what it is, and then turn around and talk about chopping parts of their bodies off, it's very disconcerting, because these children look up to these actors, actresses. They idolize them. There's some serious mental issues going on, and people are telling them that that's okay to feel this way. It's okay if you feel like you need to do this. There's a reason why they call it gender affirming, because they need the affirmation of what they're doing being correct, never questioning their own thoughts. I mean, whenever I was a little kid, I thought I was a dog until my mother said, no, you will not eat out of the damn dog dish. She was like, no, you're not a dog. You're a human child, and you're going to act like a human child. I mean, my mother wasn't the greatest person, but at least she was able to, keep me from being a complete dumbass. Well, I had to learn that later on in life, how to become more of a dumbass. And I'm good at it. Oh my God. I don't know. And I'm just saying that if we keep coddling children and adults and buying into their psychosis, how much more does that psychosis grow and get worse? Like I said, I'm not no healthcare official or any crap like that. I never went to school to study any of that crap. I don't know. Maybe to me it just seems like common sense. If you think of yourself as being more and doing more and achieving more, and not looking at it like, oh, woe is me, the world is ending because I haven't become a successful YouTuber because I don't have 1 million subscribers. Well, go fuck yourself. That would be what I expect people to tell me. Fuck yourself. Go work at it. Go get better. Go do your, do something that makes people want to be there. I'm not, but this not even trying, like, getting angry because people don't understand me. Well, if they don't understand me, then maybe my message isn't clear. Which is most of the time. I'm not very clear. What did I say last week? I'm gonna fall out from a trophy for everyone. I don't know. I think that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think that's just good morning, Tracy. No, I think that is just a tip of the iceberg. I don't think that it's a full on trophy for everyone. I think that's a sign. That right there is a sign of bad ideas. I mean, if I'm not a parent, okay, but I would think that if I was a parent, I would want the best for my child. I would want them to succeed. I would do everything I could to boost them up and make them feel better. That I think that most parents would do that for their children. But if you think parents have some magical mystery about them, no, they're just as fucked up as their kids. You know, there's no magical parent. There's no perfect parent. I mean, you can love your parents, but you also have to recognize their faults and their flaws and all the issues that they have, their mental illnesses, all this kind of crap. There's psychosis, and that stuff can be generational. I mean, sure, no parent is going to be perfect, but they're still human. You know, if you're looking for perfection, well, then you're never going to freaking find it. Maybe that's what people need to figure out: is there is no perfection. There is no perfect husband, no perfect wife, no perfect boyfriend, no perfect girlfriend, no perfect child, no perfect adult. We're all flawed. We're all screwed up. Like, geez, I mean, how many times? And I can remember maybe 10 times. I would have to like really sit down and think about it. Maybe 10 times where I had like the perfect day. Like, and it could have been just something as simple as walking outside and in the summer, the temperature just feels right. Air feels perfect. The sunlight is just the right amount. And just you take in a deep breath, you feel the spring just bursting into your lungs. And it's like the perfect day. But the rest of the days are pretty much not memorable. They're not a perfect day. You know, you didn't eat on time, you didn't go to sleep on time, you didn't say the right thing to your best friend and they got angry at you, and you know, all of these multiple things that couldn't just like an absolute crap day. And you have to be able to deal with those crap days one way or the other, because you're going to have more of those than you are the perfect days. Hell of a lot more. Some parents hate their kids and let them know it. Just have to survive until you can leave the situation. Absolutely, Iron. That's what I did. I was happy to get out of the situation. Oh, you mean life? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that you have to learn to deal with life, or life is going to deal with you, and life will deal with you harshly. As this next one is about to show you, yeah, we'll go back to that stuff a little bit later because, and it's a little too much right now. Too much. Iron Rabbit is awesome. So glad you could make it. Global stocks tumble after Wall Street drops on worries about the economy. What did I say last week? What did I say? Stocks are going to go up. Stocks are going to go down. Hong Kong, the world stocks tumbled Wednesday after Wall Street had its worst day in early August, with heavyweight Nvidia falling 9.5%. Oh my God, leading to a global decline in chip-related stocks. France's CAC slipped 0.8 in early trading. Germany's DAX lost 0.8. Britain's FTSE 100 also dropped 0.8. Everybody's dropping 0.18. The futures for the S&P 500 were down 0.4, and those for the Dow Jones were average industrial shed 0.2. Japan's benchmark Nikkei or Nikkei or whatever it is, 225 lost 4.2 and closed at 37. Leading losses in Asia's electronic semiconductor. The world is falling. It's all going to hell. Oh my God. Rising oil supply was driving down prices as Libya moved close to resolving a conflict over control of the country's oil revenue that meant its oil production may soon increase. What? Oh no, the sky is falling. I know. Yes, it should. It should. Your heart hurts for all the school and the families affected. It's obvious to me that this person didn't get the treatment they needed. They spiraled into massive mental illness. Yes. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. So, you have to remember the issues that's going on in Libya are no different than the issues that are going on in Venezuela, which has some pretty large oil reserves. Very large oil reserves. But mismanagement of funds is what led them into a civil war. Argentina, Venezuela, these countries have some good oil reserves, but it's run by the state. Benchmark U.S. crude fell 57 cents. Brent crude international standard lost 75 cents. Growing worries about China's economy. The world is large. Why would China be the world's largest importer of crude oil? Because there's release of weak data, which dragged down the real estate slump and weak consumption. The S&P's 500 heaviest weight in NVIDIA fell 9.5 Tuesday. Its stock has been struggling even after the chip company topped high expectations for its latest profit report. The subdued performance could bolster criticism that NVIDIA and other big stocks simply soared too high in Wall Street's frenzy about AI. You think? No, you remember this. Buy low, sell high. Jeez. Why is it so hard to remember about this? The S&P 500 sank 2.1 to give back a chunk of gains from the three-week winning streak. So, like I said last week, pay attention to what they tell you, jobs reports, all this kind of crap that they're saying. Our economy is great. Inflation is under control. Well, it's at least better. No, inflation is still increasing, and it has been increasing. Instead of going up 3.5%, it only went up 2.4%. See, it's the lie they tell you in between all of that. Say, well, it's not as bad as it looks. It's whenever they hide their head in the sand, lie to you about what's happening in your country, that it becomes difficult. But here's the beautiful part about it. This is the beauty of it. If they're reporting that everything has gone to crap, so before you get on there into your little portfolio and you start getting rid of everything, watch. Just watch. As it drops, that means that there's a lot of people buying things up. And as they buy those things up because they're a worthwhile stock or whatever it is, all of a sudden, guess what? Next week, the economy will be booming. It will be, oh my God, NVIDIA hit an all-time high from its all-time low of 9.5% drop. And all of a sudden, now it's up, 200%. I'm just making shit up. But this is, if they're reporting it, it's too late. It's already happened. That's what you have to remember. This is how they get you. Because you go, oh my God, I just lost my ass on all this NVIDIA stock that I just bought. And so you sell it all for a loss. And guess what? They buy it up. And then next week they come out and say, man, if you would have just held on to that NVIDIA stock, it would have taken you to the moon. You'd be a multimillionaire. Or maybe it's a lie. Maybe it doesn't go up. Maybe it just continues to drop. and tank. See, that's why doing any sort of investing in crap like that, you're doing that at your own risk. And you have to realize that it's a high risk venture. Okay, it's for sale. Yeah. I don't know. If people ask me, do you have any stock tips? I'm like, no, I don't know shit. What do you buy? What do you sell? I don't know. I know what I buy and sell, but I don't know what you want to buy and sell. I mean, you can buy me a coffee or something like that, but that's about it. Well, should I buy Bitcoin? Nope. I don't recommend buying anything that you don't know anything about. If you don't know anything about it, don't fuck with it. I don't know. I say this in all honesty. I don't know. AKA they're buying the dip, or it could be that the dip is continuing, that they're driving the price down. I mean, that was the point of what was it, GameStop? So what they were doing is they were short selling things, which means that the stocks weren't there. They didn't really exist. Yeah. Whenever they started shorting those out, well, you had people that came in and they started buying up all of the stocks to keep it from shorting. And in doing so, they were losing millions of dollars because they had gambled that they were going to win this, and they started losing millions of dollars for their own company. Companies that were built around shorting stocks. Yeah, GameStop was epic. Yeah. You think that's not happening elsewhere? No, that's happening everywhere. They drive the price down. GameStop, what was it? GameStop and AMC. Yeah, they were driving AMC prices down so it would go bankrupt and shut down. Because they were making money off of the company going under. Like people were losing their ass on it. And it is legal. Yes, it is. Very legal. Like gambling. Except, legally. Exactly. Now, me, the first, and I'll say this in all honesty, whenever I first looked at stock, it was during really paid any attention to it. I mean, I had stuff 401k, all that kind of stuff. Never really was too worried about it. But was it the nephew was just like, hey, join up on this Robinhood thing. I was like, I don't know what the hell this is. And I think it sat there for like a year with some Ford stock or some crap like that. Welcome, Christine, member for 9 months. Awesome. And I saw that there was this stock called AMC, and I was like, oh, isn't that like the movie theater place? And this was about the time that the whole pandemic happened. Nobody was going to the movies. I was like, this isn't going to last forever. People are going to start going back to the movies. And so I bought a bunch. It's like $2 or some crap like that. Yeah, let's just say that it increased. It increased, but that's a rarity. If you base your stock buying and selling off of rarities, and you're going to lose all your money. Those that bought GameStop made money. Well, hedge funds asked the government to stop that shit. Yeah, the little guy make hell no. Hell no. It is so good to see you, Iron. Hey, Connie Carlson. Good to see you. Good to see you. Stacy. Yeah, I don't give anybody, any stock advice. Just do what you want to do, and, suffer the consequences of what it might be. Well, it looks like Ukraine's foreign minister resigns as Russia's strike kill 7 people, and I don't know. There's too many consonants in this name for me. Someone made a sea shanty about GameStop. It's called Tendy Man. Yeah. That's hilarious. Kyiv, Ukraine foreign minister something. One of Ukraine's most recognizable faces on the international stage submitted his resignation Wednesday ahead of expected major government reshuffle. What does that mean? Russian strikes, meanwhile, deleted 7 people in the Ukraine city near the Polish border, a day after one of the deadliest missile attacks since the war began. Kubla, 43, didn't give any reason for stepping down. His resignation will be discussed by lawmakers at their next session. Parliamentary Speaker Ruslan Stefanchik, whatever, said on his Facebook page 4 other cabinet ministers also tendered their resignation late Tuesday, making the cabinet reshuffle the likely biggest since Russia's February 2022 invasion. Oh, thank you, White Rabbit. Been a member for 10 months. Everyone enjoy the day. Have more choice waiting. You have a wonderful day, Rabbit. Really do. You are loved by all over here. So good to see you. Yeah, low risk. Hey, there's nothing wrong with low risk. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky indicated last week that a reshuffle was imminent, with the war poised to enter a critical stage at its 1,000-day mark looms in November. Zelensky needs to keep up Ukraine's morale amid the grinding war of attrition with its biggest neighbor and steel the country's resolve for what will be another hard winter. Russia has been smashing Ukraine's power grid, knocking out some 70% of generation capacity and rupturing heat and water supplies. Like I said, you want to be the big dog and you're just the little dog smacking on the big dog. What do you think's going to happen? It's not looking good right now for them. Ukraine's army is risky, but largely oh my God. Oh, Jesus. You know it was a failure. You know it was a failure if they're saying army's risky, but largely successful. It's just sort of like, well, it's peaceful, but mostly fiery protest, or fiery, but mostly peaceful protest. Yeah, you know that this did nothing but piss off Russia, and they came back and smacked them down. That's exactly what this meant. Oh my damn. Almost a month ago, into Russia's Kursk border region, countered months of grim news from the front lines in eastern Ukraine. Kursk is not a priority, however, for Russian President Vladimir Putin, who remains bent on pushing his army deeper into eastern Ukraine. Russia's onslaught in Donetsk, where the Ukraine is short of troops and air defense and long-range missile strikes that repeatedly hit civilian areas of Ukraine, signal that Putin will remain uncompromising and unrelenting in his efforts to crush the Ukrainian resistance. I don't care about the Institute for the Study of War. A Washington think tank said last Tuesday that Putin believes Russia can slowly and indefinitely subdue Ukraine through grinding advances, and that Russia can achieve its goals through war of attrition against Ukraine forces by outlasting Western support. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Wicked Psych, thank you for the $2 super chat. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Let's give you a little bit of something for that. You just give you a little bit of FBI, open up! Oh my God, what did I do? Thank you so much, Wicked Psych. I did have to shift there. Inflation will eat your savings unless you utilize stocks, though. Maybe, maybe not. Inflation will eat through your savings, though. Ukraine is short of troops and air defense's long-range missile strikes. Yeah, this is the thing. Didn't they just receive several $1 billion worth of aircraft? I'm pretty sure that that's the case, that they received several $1 billion worth of aircraft that they're continuing this war on with. They had a big news thing about it, like saluting guys that looked way out of uniform. You're saying that you're an aircraft pilot? You look more like a pencil pusher at a desk. I'm just saying that if you look at the people that they were talking about being these aircraft pilots, most of them didn't have any insignia on. They looked like they were unfit, like not fit, not healthy. Like maybe they sit at a desk most of the time. They look like props. Did not look like they were actual pilots. I mean, if you've ever seen it, all you have to do is here you go. Just watch Top Gun. Tell me, do you see a single one of those that's really chunky? I mean, even the instructors are not chunky, because you want to be fit whenever you're flying one of those damn things, because it's not going to be freaking easy. It's not like, oh yeah, I can just do this whenever. Yeah, you got to fit into this little bitty cockpit and then fly this thing around. If your BMI is higher than your intelligence, you're probably not going to be a very good pilot. Oh, Zelensky is also keeping in mind the U.S. presidential election in November. Oh, what does that have to do with anything? What does the presidential election have to do with Zelensky? He's in a different country. He's a sovereign nation. He should be able to control his own thing. Oh, that's right. That's right, because the U.S. has been supplying arms, and that money is being funneled through Ukraine back into the United States, back into politicians' pockets, and that shit is about to end if Trump becomes president. That stuff goes away. Wild, huh? Because when people start actually digging into it, do you think that they're going to look at it like they did the little Austrian guy? They're going to notice it's something fishy there? Do you think they're going to look and go, hey, why did we just send $1 billion over to Ukraine? 10 billion, 60 billion. Why did we send these billions of dollars over to Ukraine? Billions of dollars worth of military equipment, billions of dollars of warheads, missiles, rockets. Are we arming them to fight Russia for us? Why are we doing that? Because the blowback on that becomes really freaking dangerous, especially if Ukraine is taken over by Russia. That means then Russia owns all of those arms that we just gave, all of the technology, all of that gets used against Poland, gets used against all of the surrounding countries, Germany, France. What's to say that that doesn't help them out quite a bit? Is this planned? Is this intentional? I don't know. Just an idiot with a microphone. During the war, Kubla has been second only to Zelensky in carrying Ukraine's message and needs to an international audience, whether through social media posts or meeting with foreign dignitaries. So, like I've been saying, all that you see in Ukraine has been a lie. It has been a way of routing money from the United States into Ukraine, back into politicians' pockets in the United States. And if you don't think that Putin doesn't understand this, then if a little old me, a complete idiot, can figure this stuff out, do you think that Putin's stupid? Do you think that he's got cabinet members that aren't able to track these things and see where the money's going? Isn't it really convenient that Sam Bankman-Fried just all of a sudden, no more news about him, got really quiet? All the money went to, that just sort of disappeared. Yeah, I don't do that for closed Mikey. I don't do that. That's also illegal on most channels. The follow me, I follow you. Love to, but that's not how it works. You're more than welcome to follow me, but do that out of because you enjoy the content. And I'm not pulling up your thing. Sorry. Yeah, that's how it works. You do good content, you get a following. Thank you though. Sorry, just that was somebody over on Rumble posting stuff up there. I appreciate you though. Appreciate you. Zelensky is also keeping in mind the U.S. presidential election in November. During the war, Kubla has been second only to Zelensky carrying his water. Kubla's successor is not yet known, but is expected to be announced on Thursday. Several Ukrainian media outlets citing unnamed sources of Kubla's deputy, Andrei Shiba, to become the country's chief diplomat. The new foreign minister will likely accompany Zelensky to the UN General Assembly in New York next week, which is an opportunity to global leaders for their support. What is that? Wait until you see the bill where we have to pay to rebuild Ukraine. I know. Isn't that beautiful? The foreign minister will likely accompany Zelensky to the UN General Assembly in New York next week. Wow, isn't it? I think that Zelensky's been spending more time in the United States than he has in his own country. Why is it that he feels the need to spend so much time in the United States? Is it so he can, what, for money? Who's he begging money from? He is begging money from the United States. Why? Why does he feel emboldened to do that? Stop giving the crackhead more money. Yeah. Eventually, they go into withdrawals and they go away. More than half the current cabinet will undergo changes, said David. I'm not even going to try to say his name. Arkamania, the leader of Zelensky's party in the Ukrainian parliament. Ministers will be resigning on Wednesday, and new appointments will be made on Thursday. So watch while you've got their parliament. They're resigning. And do you think maybe it's a forced resignation, just like he withheld doing elections? That we're in a war, we can't do an election. Zelensky's 5-year mandate. Oh, these people like this. These fascists and socialists love their mandates. Will expire in May. He remains in power under the provisions of martial law. He declared martial law, became the leader of his country, and you will not see an election. Everything that he's talking about Putin being is exactly the way that he's running his country. Russian attacks, meanwhile, killed at least 7 people and wounded 35 others in an overnight strike in too many consonants. A child with a medical worker were among the dead, and others were in critical condition. And see, I have a hard time even believing that. Why? Because AP likes to lie. Now, it's about 40 miles from the border with Poland, and NATO and European Union members are one of Ukraine's most vocal supporters. Overnight strike also wounded 5 people in another place that has too many consonants. Zelensky's hometown regional head of Lisic said, I think I got that one right. Kubla said the attack showed Ukraine's need for more Western support. And there it is again. We need more support from the West. Oh my God, to put an end to this terror, Ukraine's partners must promptly deliver the promised air defense systems and ammunition, as well as strengthen Ukraine's defense capabilities and allow us to launch long-range strikes and an ultimate military targets in Russia. Let me read that to you again so you have an idea of what Ukraine's thinking is. To put an end to this terror, Ukraine's partners must promptly deliver the promised air defense systems and ammunition, as well as strengthen Ukraine's defense capabilities and allow us to launch long-range strikes on all legitimate military targets in Russia. Has nothing to do with air defense. Has nothing to do with systems and ammunition. It has nothing about defense capabilities. What they want to do is have long-range missiles and the okay to use them to continue being supplied long-range missiles to attack deep into Russia. That's what Ukraine is asking for. There's always someone saying martial law, and when pushed, they stupidly say, well, the marshals are in charge. You look it up. I ain't doing your research for you. I hate now. It's so funny. The Build Back Better politicians in U.S. and Europe are using Ukraine to launder money and gain political power. Yes. Iraq and Syria, then Ukraine are money laundering operations. Yes. Yes, they are. Assange was jailed for publishing, not writing, the proof that Iraq and Afghanistan were massive money laundering operations. We know. We know this. It's the rest of the world doesn't, they see it, but they want to ignore it. Why do they want to ignore it? Because it benefits them. Think about this. If you own stock in a war company like what is that one, RTX? I think that, who is that? Dynamic System. Any one of the companies, Boeing, any one that manufactures weapons of war. All right. If you're a stockholder in that, war is good for your profit. You're going to be making a lot of money. You don't care where that money comes from because it's like a churn. It's just churning out money left and right. You don't care where those bombs or where those rockets are going. You don't care what those planes are being used for because you're looking at the bottom line. You're looking at the dollar bill. You're saying, hell, I can retire. That's all that you're looking at. It's money. Someone needs to print a list of all these politicians invested in military weapons and contracts. Good luck. Because it's about 90% of them. Look, there is a list out there that shows what people are invested in. There's people that actually track it because they, unlike most, they do have to disclose it. They don't have to disclose it right away, but they do end up disclosing it. There's big disclosures out there for every single politician where they're buying and purchasing and selling stocks. Of course, you find out about it months later, but still, you can track it. Raytheon, there you go. Raytheon, General Dynamics, the one the Cheneys became billionaires on, forgot the name. Yeah, BlackRock, all of them. Or likes whenever my Mr. My Pillow did his audit when they went into the YouTube chat on day 3, and I asked, what have they found? The chat all went, if you don't know, then you ain't been watching. Roar! Yeah. That is absolutely right. They all believe they are the answer to the problems of the world. Biggest egos, legends, and they are. War makes economies profitable. That's how they really got out of the Great Depression. Exactly. If you cannot give a simple 3,000-foot view of what they found, if anything, you're not going to convince anyone. Absolutely true. People have said the attacks, Zelensky reacted to the attacks by urging Ukraine's allies to give Kyiv more range to use Western weapons to strike deeper into Russian territory. What did I say last week? What did I say about this shit last week? What did I tell you whenever they started promoting all of their aircraft pilots? I don't think they have the pilots to fly them. I honestly don't think that they have the pilots that can handle them. I don't think if that was their best of their best, they're awesome pilots, then the Russian MiGs are going to eat them up. Like, seriously, eat them alive. They may not even want to put those planes up in the air. Too early for all this conspiracy crap. Hey, Bad Duck, good to see you. It's always too early for this conspiracy crap. But we even have more. We do have more conspiracy, just for you guys that enjoy it. Human rights groups implicates Venezuelan security forces in killing during post-election protests. Another global human rights watchdog on Wednesday implicated Venezuelan security forces and pro-government armed groups in killings that occurred during the protests that followed the country's disputed July presidential election. Human Rights Watch, which is a left-wing group, In a report detailing repressing measurements from the government unleashed after the vote, asserted that credible evidence gathered and analyzed by research, forensic pathologists, and arms expert ties Venezuela's National Guard and National Police to some of the 24 killings that took place as people protested the outcome of the election. The organization also concluded that violent gangs aligned with ruling party also appeared to be responsible in some of the deaths. 23 of those killed were protesters or bystanders, and one was a member of the Bolivian National Guard. The repression we're seeing in Venezuela is shockingly brutal, said Juanita Gobertis. The organization's director for the Americas said in a statement, concerned governments need to take urgent steps to ensure the people are able to peacefully protest and that their vote is respected. Go fuck yourself. You're in Venezuela. You don't have that right. Sorry. Unfortunately, you don't have that right. You're part of a socialist country. If you wonder what it looks like in the United States, what's up, Heidi? If you're wondering what it looks like in the United States, if your rights are taken away from you, your freedom of speech, Second Amendment rights, all of the things that are granted to you in this country, once those are taken away, what do you think it turns into? You think it stays the same? You think that it's beautiful? You get to live a nice, peaceful life, and everybody sings "Kumbaya" while sitting by the fire, and they're all just as happy as they can possibly be. They're just like, "Oh, but this is such a peaceful, perfect place." But your rights are gone because, well, you don't really need your rights, do you? You don't have to have those. What good do rights do you? What good do rights do you? You can have rights like that.
All occupied people have the right to resist occupation. The Palestinian people have the right to resist colonial domination. By any means necessary. If you stand with Palestine, do not tell us that we don't have the right to defend ourselves. International institutions have failed. The world has failed. The people standing with Palestine right now are resisting alongside us. From Yemen to Lebanon. And beyond. If you stand with Palestinians. You stand with Palestinian resistance.
Yeah, they are. They are. It all comes down to viewpoint. Our rights come from God or natural born rights. If you're a stone cold atheist, the left believes they come from government. There you go. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. If you think you've got it good here, you think you've got it good, just remember, these are the people. These are the people that are going to be on the ballot here in a short period of time. Their names are already popping up. We already are getting some election results. Say, what? How can you get election results this time of day?
So instead of speculating, I want to ask you directly. Governor Walz, are you a progressive or are you a centrist?
I'm a progressive.
Oh, okay.
I think moving for progress is what many are, and I don't think you're tied in that. I think that moves you along a spectrum, but we have to move forward.
I'm going to email this segment to a whole bunch of people.
I'm a progressive.
Top Gun Democrat Tim Walz cultivated a centrist record in Washington, representing a rural district where Harris's running mate had an A rating from the NRA, but also backed same-sex marriage. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz need to pivot to the center right. And how does Harris really understand the assignment? Don't fall for Tim Walz's centrist facade.
I'm a progressive.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, he's definitely a progressive. No balls, walls. Yep. Yeah. Oh, there's more. There's more. There's so much more. You know, here's more Don Rickles.
When I talk to my constituents in southern Minnesota, and I don't care if they're Republican, Independent, Democrat, it doesn't matter to them. When I tell them, when I was in Afghanistan, you know what our troops were worried about? They were worried about their families' health care, and they were worried about their pensions. I said, do you think that's really what you want them to be worrying about? When their friends and colleagues are being shot on a daily basis, and yet at the end of the day, they have to worry about that. When I talk to my constituents,
When he was in Afghanistan, remember? Whenever he was in Afghanistan, what did you say, Buck? Oh, we don't need to be wearing logic of reason at the rally, at that rally. Well, yeah. Fox has already called Arizona for Harris. Yep. Oh yeah, it is hilarious. I was going through some of that stuff this morning because in the mornings, although it doesn't seem like it, I do actually read a little bit. It's a weird thing to do. Weird thing to do. Like this. Prosecutors probe allegations of fake voter rolls in Switzerland's vaunted direct democracy. Geneva. Swiss federal prosecutors said Tuesday have ordered house searches and interrogations as part of an investigation into possible electoral fraud after the advocacy group unearthed thousands of fake signatures on voter rolls. The allegation that malfeasance that could have skewed results in Swiss elections has jolted Switzerland's vaunted system of direct democracy, where mail-in balloting is the main way that voters cast ballots and where referendums 4 times a year give citizens a direct say in policymaking. Yeah, the next referendum in Switzerland is scheduled for September 22nd. Advocacy groups and others warn that want to float proposals for referendums must collect at least 100,000 signatures. Groups, blah, blah, blah. She issued a 236-page report, interviews, and they still received evidence of forged signatures. It said it could not make reliable assessments about how widespread the practice was pending the investigations. They're getting you prepared for this. You understand what the news is doing, right? What they're running in the news is getting you prepared. It is totally getting you prepared for what's coming. That is what they're doing. They're getting you ready for it. Just like this. Algeria votes for president this weekend, but with inflation and boycott, few appear to care. Why would few be prepared to care? It makes no sense. Well, look, there's the map. There's where your votes are already coming in. One day, one vote. Huh? Cousin was over there and he was worried not having supplies because the general was a dumbass. Yeah. Point at the clown face. Point him at a clown face again. Oh, you like the clown face? Yeah, that was pretty good. He does have a little bit of a Gacy vibe to him, right? One of my twins has schizophrenia, still lives with you. I've been lucky he takes his meds because I make sure I do worry about him when I pass on. Sorry to hear that, really am. I haven't heard from Carrie Lake in a while. She was trying to clean up election fraud, and you know what she's been up to? I know in Arizona. I don't follow politicians in other states a lot. I mean, I talk about them if it comes up in the news, but I would spend all day 24/7 trying to decipher half this shit. But yeah, your votes are already in. Let's see, GOP, there's 91,451 registered voters as of June 4th. GOP visits 1. And then Dems visit 1. And I don't know what this is supposed to be. I guess this is like where this is where they're traveling to. So notice where the politicians are going. You've got Houston, Texas, which is Harris County. Funny. So Harris is going to Houston, while in Dallas, you've got GOP going there. And then both of them, they're fighting over Atlanta. Down here in South Georgia, like Valdosta, is more GOP. Over here towards Hinesville and Savannah is where you're going to see them going. Yeah, Democrats. But wait until the GOP starts hitting these southern states. All of these counties right here are almost here. I'll draw a little line for you. So if you really wanted to look, all of these states here are very red. All of these states, all down through here, all the way up through here, all of this, these are some seriously red states. And it does a lot like this. It just curls around. All of these states that you're seeing are red states. All of those. Yeah. And if I really wanted to get, thick on it, I'd just do this where I say all of these states are very red states. Whenever you look at the election map, all of them. And this is about what your map ends up looking like. Okay? And then whenever you see what the rest of it looks like, let's see if I've got the right color here. The blue. Yeah, there we go. Blue. So something like that. So what you'll see is a spot here. You'll see a spot here. See a spot over here. You'll see a little spot over here. You'll see some spots up in here. See spots there. See spots here. And you see spots here, 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 here. That's what the map looks like. That's what the actual map looks like whenever you start seeing all of the votes come in. You see your cities, which have millions of votes coming in as compared to the rest of the country. And people say, well, why do you have the Electoral College? The reason you have the Electoral College, so these little blue dots don't take all the resources of all the red. That's why. Got to go get in the shower. Oh, that's nice. Get in the shower. Drawing meditations with Shizzy. This is what it looks like, though. And I'm not joking when I say this. All you have to do is just look at the next map. Whenever they show all the votes, all of these places that I'm showing you, when there's more. I'm just being difficult, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a hairy lint ball, that got the reds and the blues like run through the washer. It's a mess. That's why we have the Electoral College. So you can't take the votes of the largest populations of all the cities and take away all of the rights of the people that live in the suburban and the urban, the out in the country. The farmers, that own large swaths of land that actually feed you in the large cities. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that we even have to discuss this. But that's how it goes. Ranking of election related topics. And here's what they're saying right now. Social Security is 1, crime is 2, 3 is healthcare. Whenever they say healthcare, they're talking about abortion. Don't be fooled. Number 4 is unemployment. Number 5 is economy. Immigration is way down there. Abortion is way down there. But they throw in healthcare and abortion on a constant basis. Voter registration, minimum wage, inflation. They're saying that inflation is at the bottom of people's mind. Only because this is what people are searching for. Because you don't have to search. If you want to know what is actually on people's minds, what they're really concerned with, if you want to see what people are most concerned with, all you have to do is flip this around. Just turn it upside down. Because I guarantee you, right now, number one is inflation. Number two is going to be minimum wage. Don't know why. Probably because it has to do with inflation. Voter registration. Then there's going to be your groups of people that are concerned about abortion. Immigration is going to be right underneath that. You know why you don't see big searches on these? Just because people go, I know where I stand on these issues. And these issues are top of my mind. My wife and I have constant discussions about money. Have to. You know, just ignoring it doesn't make it go away. Look ahead to key dates. Race for Congress. Democrats come together for a winning nomination in Arizona. More 2024 election news. Republicans in Massachusetts select Attorney John Deaton to take on Elizabeth Warren. Attorney John Deaton has won a three-way Republican primary in Massachusetts to face off against Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, that is a multimillionaire, wants to take away your multi-millions. Yeah. See? You already got the ballots coming in. And we're not even coming up on election day. I mean, it's coming, but people are already casting their votes in. Algeria votes for president this weekend, but with inflation, boycott a few appear to care. Algeria billboards are strikingly empty. There's few campaign posters. Set aside from public television broadcasts showing candidates traveling the country, there are few signs of enthusiasm heading into Algeria's presidential election this weekend. Prospective voters in the gas-rich North African nation say they are more concerned about prolonged inflation's effects on the spiking prices of school supplies, potatoes, and coffee. Military-backed president sounds like a car starting. 78 appears poised to breeze to a second term. How can you expect Algerians to have any interest in the elections when life is hell on a daily basis? Is that the point for people not to care anymore because their lives are so crapped out? And then you've got this guy right here, was his Ugandan opposition figure Bobby Wine is shot and wounded in a confrontation with police. Uganda's leading opposition figure Bobby Wine was shot in the leg in a confrontation with police just outside the capital and was seriously injured. Yeah, he was surrounded by followers who yelled that they had been shot before someone supported him in a car. Don't worry, Bobby Wine. Don't worry, Bobby Wine, because they will forget you. They will forget you even quicker than they forgot about Trump's assassination attempt. The attempted assassination on Trump. They will forget about you much faster than that. Mm-hmm. I was going to show something, but that one I'm not going to show. But we do have some good news. A child was reported missing. Damn it. Thought you said good news. A TV news helicopter crew spotted him on the roof playing hooky. TV news helicopter crew spotted a boy who'd been reported missing, but who was actually on top of the roof of his New York City building playing hooky. The 9-year-old boy left his Brooklyn apartment around 7 a.m. Thursday, but did not show up to school. The boy's parents called the police, who put out a description of the missing child, including the orange tie he was wearing. The orange tie. Pay attention. The CBS station sent a helicopter to the scene, and the reporter Dan Rice spotted the boy on the rooftop of his family's building. As my pilot Eric Ross and I were circling around the building, we came across a person sitting in a chair over here on the rooftop. We zoomed in with the camera. It appeared to be the child that fit the description of the missing child. Station employees called the police, and the helicopter crew hovered overhead until they arrived. He just packs up his computer and his book bag and goes off with the police officers. Where I said they looked back at the helicopter, gave us a big thumbs up, and took the child down to his parents. The neighbor said he had been on the roof drinking coffee and had seen the child playing with his iPad, but hadn't thought anything about it. First day of school for most New York City public schools is September 5th, but school started on August 12th for the Success Academy charter school chain, whose uniforms feature orange ties. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. See, I told you we would have some good news at some point. Wow, YouTube just censored my comment about Trump standing up right after the Pew Pew incident. Yeah, it will do that. It will do that. Makes sense. I wonder why no one is talking about her. Yeah. All right, I gotta get in the shower. Taking you all with me. So glad you did. Yeah, they flipped the script. That is the point. That is the point. They don't want to continue on talking about the attempt on Trump. But the also had to remember something big is coming, and we're not talking about the debate. The debate's going to be what the debate is. I will be surprised if Camel Toe shows up by herself. Good morning, Tinkle Tits McGee. So good to see you. Glad you could make it. No, I really, it's 7 months, man. Congratulations. Jeez, I think that's so damn cool. Look at this. 7 months. 7 months this man has been a member. With a name like Tinkle Tits McGee, you would think that, 7 months would have like called me out on all my bullshit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tinkle Tits. No, I've been on stream with Tinkle Tits. He's a fun guy, very fun. I enjoy him. No, there's something to be said about what is coming down the pipe. It is going to be insane. For this September, the debate. I would be surprised if Camel Toe, doesn't actually goes up there herself. I mean, it seems to me that she would have to take the Don Rickles looking, no balls walls to the stage with her, because she can't, she couldn't carry the water herself. She can't handle the pressure. That's why she had to do it on a friendly TV station to her. Well, you saw how that worked for Biden, right? You saw how that worked for him. I'm surprised she's going to be even doing it live. I don't think she can contain herself. I really don't. I don't think she can contain herself. The cackle is going to come out at some point in time. She's going to have to drink a lot of alcohol or maybe abstain from the alcohol to keep the cackle down. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe she'll get with Hunter and get a little tweaked out. Maybe that was her little bag of Colombian magic dust there. Maybe. You think that's maybe what it was? I don't know. I do know that this did happen also. Federal judge rejects Donald Trump's request to intervene in wake of his indictments. Okay. A federal judge on Tuesday swiftly rejected Donald Trump's request to intervene in his New York hush money tribunal trial case, spurning the former president's attempt at a runabout in state court where he was convicted and is set to be sentenced in 2 weeks. But they're considering this a federal crime. So I don't understand. We need a drinking game for the debate. Oh, yes, we do. I don't know if I can handle it, though. I don't think my liver can handle that much of it. It's gonna have to be water for me. I think. No, it'll be good. The debate will be really good. I got some plans for that. And yes, I will be covering the debate live. I spoke with my wife about certain things, and yeah, I'm gonna be covering that one live, I think. U.S. District Chuck Alvin Hursting's ruling just hours after Trump's lawyers asked him to weigh on the move upends a Republican presidential nominee's plan to move the case to federal court so that he could seek to have his conviction over. That's not it. He wants to have it heard in federal court. Whether they want to overturn it or not would be up to them. It's not guaranteed that they would. Trump's lawyers challenged the decision, filing a notice of appeal late Tuesday in the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Trump and his lawyers will continue to fight to move this hoax into federal court, where it should be put out of its misery once and for all. That is a good way of putting it. That's a really good way of putting it. Hellerstein, echoing the denial of Trump's pretrial bid to move the case, said the defense failed to meet the high burden of proof for changing jurisdiction, and that Trump's conviction for falsifying business records involved his personal life, not official actions that the Supreme Court rule are immune from prosecution. But he didn't. That's the problem. It's just a conviction of that. Doesn't mean that he did it. That's the thing. They failed to prove that he actually did anything. I mean, they proved it to a jury, but they weren't allowed to put everything in there. In a 4-page ruling, Hellerstein wrote that nothing about the High Court's July 1st ruling affected his previous conclusion that the hush money payments at the issue. But were they hush money payments, or were they regular payments that were made during business? Like my wife gets paid because she provides legal services. That's all it was. Hellerstein sidestepped a defense complaint that Trump's state court trial had been plagued by bias, conflicts of interest, and appearances of impropriety. Yeah, absolutely. Writing that he does not have jurisdiction to hear Mr. Trump's arguments concerning the propriety of the New York trial. Manhattan District Attorney's Office, which prosecuted Trump's case, declined to comment, of course. The office sent a letter to the trial judge, Juan Merchan, objecting to Trump's effort to delay post-trial decisions in the case where he was seeking to have the U.S. District Court in Manhattan step in. Step on. Merchan is expected to rule soon on 2 key defense requests: Trump's call to the judge to delay his September 18th sentencing until after the November election, and his request that the judge overturn his conviction and dismiss the case in the wake of his Supreme Court ruling. Merchan said he will rule on September 16th on Trump's motion to overturn the verdict. His decision on delaying sentencing has been expected in the coming days. Trump was convicted in May of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to conceal $130,000. Really? Well, how? Really? Okay. I think that's funny. So 34 times that he paid money to his attorney for representing him. Yeah, it sounds to me like some bias right there. Now, that's the other thing is Stormy Daniels, who affair allegations, that's all they were, is allegations. If I'm not mistaken, she got sued for defamation and lost. Was that brought up in court? Oh, maybe they weren't allowed to. His lawyers contend the case was tainted by violations of Trump's constitutional rights, and the verdict is vitiated by the Supreme Court's immunity ruling. Yeah, maybe. I don't see it, but okay, if you want to say so. Falsifying business records is punishable by up to 4 years behind bars. Other potential sentences include probation or a fine. Well, yeah, Trump's lawyers contend that sentencing Trump is as scheduled just 2 days after Merchan expected immunity decision wouldn't give him enough time to weigh next steps, including possible appeal if the judge rules to uphold the verdict. They also argued September 18th sentencing, about 7 weeks before Election Day, would be election interference I agree. In a court filing last week, they raised the specter that Trump could be sent to jail as early voting is getting underway. Prosecutors have not yet staked a position on whether to delay sentencing, deferring to Merchan on appropriate post-trial schedule in their letter Thursday. Tuesday, they said open a schedule that allows adequate time to adjudicate Trump's motion to overturn the verdict while also sentencing him without unreasonable delay. Trump's lawyers first asked the federal court to intervene last week, but their paperwork was kicked back because they hadn't got the required clearance from Hellerstein to file it. Hours after they submitted papers Tuesday requesting Hellerstein's permission to proceed, he issued his ruling denying it. Before dissecting Trump's immunity claims, Hellerstein dispatched quickly of the defense's oft-repeated claims that Merchan had treated Trump unfairly, subjecting him to a gag order, refusing to delay the trial until after the Supreme Court ruled. Yes. And also because Merchan's daughter is a Democrat political consultant. What to do with it, you think? Merchan last month rejected Trump's latest request to step aside from the case, saying that Trump's demand was a rehash of rife with inaccuracies and unsubstantiated claims about his ability to remain impartial. Well, whenever you have the appearance of impropriety, you're supposed to recuse yourself. Didn't that happen with Judge Grudge? Yeah, pretty sure that's what happened with the biases. Weird. It would be highly improper for this court to evaluate the issues of bias, unfairness, or error in the state trial. Those issues are where the state appellate courts. Instead, he noted Trump can pursue a state appeal or seek to review from the U.S. Supreme Court, whose immunity ruling reigns in prosecutions of ex-presidents for official acts and restricts prosecutors in pointing to official acts as evidence that presidential unofficial actions were illegal. Trump's lawyers have argued the prosecutors rushed the trial instead of waiting for the Supreme Court's decision. White House staffers describing how Trump reacted to the news coverage of the hush money deal with tweets he sent while president in 2018. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's funny. Well, they finally fixed the picture. That's funny. Right here. Commander Navy warship relieved of duty months after his backward rifle scope photo flap. Oh, that's so funny. So funny. Yeah. That dude's hunting whales. Hey, Stinky, I thought you were going to shower. Is this a squirrel moment? That always is a squirrel moment. Oh my gosh. Speaking of squirrel moments, it is almost time, but we got one more for you because, like I said, it never stops. Never stops. First you got Chin Chin, now you got Fan Fan, you got Fing Fing and Fong Fong and Wu and Sun and Hong and woe is me. China Link Spamouflage Network mimics Americans online to sway U.S. political debate. When he first emerged on social media, the user known as Harlan claimed to be a New Yorker and Army veteran who supported Donald Trump for president. Harlan said he was 29 and his profile picture showing a smiling, handsome young man. A few months later, Harlan underwent a transformation. Now he claimed to be 31 and from Florida. New research into Chinese disinformation networks targeting American voters show Harlan's claims were as fictitious as his profile picture, which analysts think was created using AI. Now, here's the thing. The left is using AI drastically, massively. If you didn't see the damn pictures that I posted the other day, look at the ones that were posted from Camel Toe Harris's little get together in Savannah. Okay, where everybody's sitting there saying, look, I've got a picture right from, it was so crowded here. It was so busy. Look at how large our crowd was in Savannah. Oh my God, the amount of people here, it's so exciting. Except every single picture that was coming out from there was pictures from Harris's campaign. It was the same picture repeated over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Same exact images. And I'm sure that you're going to see that with Trump's people too. But don't lie about it. They're trying to make it into something that it's not. Whenever you see the same picture from the same exact point of view, with the same crowd, the same pan across every single thing, shown from multiple different accounts, I don't believe them that there was that big of a crowd, there was that much going on. Voters prepare to cast their ballots this fall. China's been making its own plans, cultivating networks of fake social media users designed to mimic Americans, whoever or wherever he really is. Harlan is a small part of a larger effort by U.S. adversaries to use social media to influence up in political debate. Doing it all on. Oh my God. The account was traced back to Spamouflage, a Chinese disinformation group by analytics at Graphica, a New York-based firm that tracks online networks. Yeah, Graphica is not to be trusted. Known to online researchers for several years, Spamouflage earned its moniker through its habit of spreading huge amounts of seemingly unrelated content alongside disinformation. One of the world's largest covert online influence operations, an operation run by Chinese state actors, has become more aggressive in efforts to infiltrate and sway U.S. political conversations ahead of the election. Intelligence and national security officials have said Russia, China, and Iran have all mounted influence operations targeting U.S. voters. They be doing that. Oh, covertly supporting U.S. protests against the war in Gaza. Attempting to hack the email systems of Donald Trump because there's never been any proof of camel toes. If they're hacking camel toes emails, then she's compromised. Need I say this anymore? Okay. Here, let me explain to you. If you've got a country, a third world country like Iran, that's able to hack a presidential candidate, one that is a sitting vice president of the United States, then our presidency, our current president, has been compromised. I mean, does this jive up with you? I mean, does it make sense that if Russia, if Iran, if any of these places, China, they're able to access our current sitting vice president's email account, that means that they've also been able to hack the president, the top CIA officials, everybody down below the president, they've been able to access. Presidential candidate, I could see that you'd be able to do that. Candidate, but a sitting president, that means that their emails have been compromised. That means they know every single email that's been passed between one vice president and one president if they've hacked their email servers. See, this is the problem with AP lying about their bullshit, is because I don't think that camel toe's been hacked at all. I don't even think it's been attempted, but I think they have attempted against Donald Trump, and they got caught. China, however, has taken a more cautious, nuanced approach, basing little advantage in supporting one candidate over the other. Intelligence analysts say, oh, really? It's just to spread anger. But here's where the trick comes in. China has no intention, will not interfere in the election. X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, suspended several of the accounts linked to the Spamouflage network after questions were raised about their authenticity. The company did not respond to questions about the reasons for the suspensions or whether they were connected to Graphica's report. Because it's not a publicly traded company, and you don't own them anymore. That pisses the left off. That they cannot control what comes in and out of X. because they want to control the disinformation, the misinformation, just like they do with Facebook. Mhm. We will continue to move deceptive accounts from harmful misinformation as we protect the integrity of our platform during the U.S. elections. A TikTok, Chinese-owned company, TikTok spokesperson wrote in a statement emailed on Tuesday, compared with armed conflict of economics, because America, the TikTok bill hasn't really gone anywhere. KJP hacked Biden's email. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Trump is a Russian asset. Healed nuclear doc sitting in the bathroom. I love it. I love it. Not true, but I love it. We're going to see a widening of playing field when it comes to influence operations where it's not just Russia, China, and Iran. Now you see smaller actors getting involved. The list could not include only nations, also criminal organizations, domestic extremist groups, and terrorist organizations. Oh, you know what that means? That means your vice president, your current city vice president, which has a big social media presence on TikTok. That means that it's all a lie. When analysts first noticed Spamouflage 5 years ago, the network tended to post generically pro-China, anti-American content, but in recent years, the tone is sharpened. Spamouflage expanded, focus on divisive political topics like gun control, crime, race relations, and support for Israel during its war in Gaza. Is there any truth? Or is it all AI? Harlan's profile picture, which Graphica Research believed was created using AI. Like, if you cannot tell an AI picture, oh my God. You have to understand, there's a reason why women use a lot of filters. That's AI. They use filters. It's AI. Because they want to have nice, pretty skin, look youthful, all that neat kind of stuff. It's all AI. Not what you see. Not what you see. Don't believe it for a second. Just like I said, don't believe it. Like this right here. They say Israel's economy is struggling. Economists say, indeed, the war would help. After they just said that AI is doing the same shit. What happened in Mexico? As Mexican protesters blocked Congress over judicial overhaul, lawmakers had to vote in nearby gym. Yeah. It's not real. The stuff that you're being fed is not real. The lies you're being told are not real. What is real? What is true? Absolutely none of it. None of it's real.
The president's tweets and his behaviors about this are just further evidence of the fact that he uses his power in a way that is designed to beat people down instead of lift people up. Frankly, when you look at what he's been tweeting today, directed at the whistleblower, directed at so many people, I frankly think that based on this and all we've seen him do before, including attacking members of Congress, that his Twitter account should be suspended. I think there is plenty of now evidence to suggest that he is irresponsible with his words in a way that could result in harm to other people. And so the privilege of using those words in that way should probably be taken from him.
But doesn't that, play into certainly the hands of, his, I don't know how many Twitter followers he has. I think it's in the range of 60 million.
I don't know how to fly it. I'm not an astronaut.